Most people don't realize this, but time is the one thing you can't get back. You waste money, you can earn it again. You lose a friend, maybe you find another. But the hours, the minutes, the years you let slip away, they never return. And that's the tragedy. Most people are not living, they're just wasting time. Let me ask you a question. How much of your life have you already wasted? Think about it. How many hours have you spent scrolling through your phone, gossiping about people who don't care about you, arguing about things that don't even matter, sitting around waiting for something to happen? Every single one of us has wasted time, and every single one of us will pay the price for it. Because time, once it's gone forever. You can earn money again, you can repair a broken relationship, you can rebuild your health if you take care of yourself. But time does not come back. It is the only resource you will never get more of. And yet, most of us treat it like it has no value. That's the tragedy. We think we've got time. We think tomorrow is promised. We think we'll start working on our dreams next week or next month, or when the conditions are right. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow is not promised to you. Some people went to sleep last night and never woke up. Some people said, I'll do it tomorrow, and never lived to see tomorrow. And yet here you are, still making excuses, still wasting time. Why? Because you think you have more of it. But the truth is, your time is running out. Every tick of the clock is a second closer to your final breath. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never live again. That is the cost of wasted time. And the cemetery is the richest place on earth. You know why? Because it's full of people who wasted their time. Full of people who carried their dreams to the grave. Full of people who had books they never wrote, businesses they never started, songs they never sang, ideas they never built. They thought they had more time. And so will you, unless you wake up. Unless you realize right now, this very moment, that every second is precious. You've got to stop treating time like it's a toy. Stop treating it like you can throw it away and just pick it up later. You can't. Once it's gone, it's gone. You need to ask yourself every single day, what am I doing with my time? Am I building or am I wasting? Am I growing or am I just existing? Am I chasing purpose or am I letting life pass me by? Because the truth is, most people are not living. They're just existing. They're just going through the motions. Wake up, go to work, come home, eat, sleep, repeat. And then 10 years later, they look back and wonder where all the time went. And by then, it's too late. Regret is the cost of wasted time. Regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry because it will remind you of all the things you could have done but didn't. All the chances you could have taken but didn't. All the moments you could have made count but chose to waste. Don't let regret be your story. Don't wait until you're old and gray to realize that time was the only wealth you ever had. You have it right now. The question is, what are you going to do with it? You've got 24 hours, the same as me, the same as the most successful people in the world. The difference is not the time we have. The difference is how we use it. Some of you are sitting around waiting for inspiration, waiting for motivation, waiting for somebody to come and save you. Nobody's coming. You're wasting your time waiting for a hero. You're wasting your time waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Life is not about how many years you live. It's about what you do with the years you're given. Some people live 80 years and waste every single one of them. Some people live 30 years and make those years matter more than most people's entire lifetime. So don't measure your life by how long you live. Measure it by how well you use your time. Because if you waste your time, you waste your life. And if you respect your time, if you guard it, if you spend it wisely, your life will be full of meaning, full of purpose, full of impact. But the decision is in your hands. You know what's killing more dreams today than failure? Distractions, not failure, not rejection, not bad luck. Distractions. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants greatness. Everybody says they want to win. But the truth is, most people don't even have the discipline to focus long enough to get there. You can't be successful if your attention is split 1,000 different ways. You can't climb a mountain if you keep stopping to pick up every little stone along the way. And yet, that's what most people do. They spend their lives caught up in things that don't matter. They're glued to their phones, hypnotized by social media, addicted to entertainment, drowning in noise. They're chasing likes instead of chasing legacy. They're consuming instead of creating. They're busy, but they're not productive. And then they wonder why they're stuck in the same place year after year. Let me tell you something. Discipline is the dark power that separates the dreamers from the doers. Everybody wants motivation. Motivation is easy. Motivation is temporary. Motivation feels good. But discipline is cold. Discipline is hard. Discipline doesn't ask you how you feel. It doesn't care about your mood. Discipline doesn't need excitement. It doesn't need inspiration. Discipline is doing the work whether you feel like it or not. And that's why most people never master it. Because they're waiting to feel ready. They're waiting to feel good. They're waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect energy, the perfect moment. But success doesn't wait. Life doesn't wait. Opportunities don't wait. Discipline is the ability to move forward regardless of how you feel. Discipline is waking up when you're tired, studying when you're bored, training when you're sore, and praying when you're weak. Discipline is saying no to distractions, no to comfort, no to the easy way out. You want to know the truth. If you don't control your distractions will control you, and they will steal your life from you one small moment at a time. That television show, that video game, that endless scrolling, every time you give in, you lose time. And time is the only thing you can't afford to waste. Discipline is the key to freedom. People think discipline is a prison. They think it's about restriction, about living a hard life. No, discipline is the road to freedom. Because when you are disciplined, you control your choices. When you are disciplined, you control your time. When you are disciplined, you control your future. You don't belong to your urges, your distractions, your laziness. You belong to your purpose. And let me tell you something about distractions. They will always be there. The world is full of noise. It's full of temptations. It's full of things designed to grab your attention and keep you small. But you've got to decide who's in charge. Is it you or is it the distraction? Because every time you give into a distraction, you train your mind to be weak. Every time you fight it, you train your mind to be strong. You are building habits whether you realize it or not. You are either building the habit of wasting time or the habit of discipline. And the scary part is this. Most people don't even realize they're building a habit until it's too late. Years pass by. Their dreams are still just dreams. Their goals are still just wishes. Why? Because they never had the discipline to focus. They never had the discipline to stay consistent. Let me ask you something. What do you want more? Do you want comfort or do you want success? Do you want entertainment or do you want excellence? Do you want to feel good right now? Or do you want to build a life that feels good forever? Because you can't have both. Discipline demands sacrifice. Sacrifice of distractions. Sacrifice of laziness. Sacrifice of temporary pleasure. If you are serious about your goals, you've got to pay the price. And the price is focused. The price is consistent. The price is discipline. And you know what? It's not supposed to be easy. If it were easy, everybody would do it. If it were easy, everyone would be successful. But it's not easy. It's hard. That's why it's powerful. That's why it separates the great from the average. That's why it creates champions, leaders, and legends. Discipline is the dark power that nobody wants to talk about because it doesn't sell. People don't want to hear it. They'd rather be entertained. They'd rather feel good than face the truth. But the truth will always be the same. Without discipline, you will fail. You can have talent, you can have intelligence, you can have potential, but if you don't have discipline, it means nothing. Talent without discipline is wasted. Potential without discipline is wasted. A dream without discipline is just a fantasy. So if you want to rise above the noise, if you want to escape the trap of distractions, you've got to make discipline your best friend. You've got to wake up every day and commit yourself to focus. You've got to fight through the excuses, the temptations, the noise. You've got to lock in, stay locked in, and never let go. Pain is the one thing nobody can escape. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how much money you make, how much success you've had. Pain is coming for you. Some of you already know that pain. You've been betrayed. You've lost someone you love. You failed when you thought you were supposed to win. You've worked hard and got nothing in return. You've cried in silence where nobody could see you. That's pain. And most people, when they face pain, run from it. They hide from it. They let it break them. But let me tell you something. You can't run from pain. You can't escape it. The only choice you have is what you do with it. And if you're smart, if you're wise, you will turn that pain into power. See, pain is a teacher, the best teacher you will ever have. Pain teaches you about yourself. Pain reveals your strength. Pain shows you what you're made of. Anybody can smile when life is easy. Anybody can stay calm when everything is going their way. But who are you when life hits you in the mouth? Who are you when everything falls apart? Who are you when you're on your knees, when you've got nothing left? When you feel like giving up? That's when your true character is revealed. And that's when pain becomes your greatest ally, if you don't waste it. Some of you are wasting your pain. You're sitting in it, crying about it, complaining about it, letting it hold you hostage. Pain is not meant to paralyze you. Pain is meant to push you. It's meant to wake you up. It's meant to remind you that you are alive, that you still have fight left in you. Every scar on your body, every scar on your heart, it's proof that you survived something. Proof that you made it through. And if you made it through that, what makes you think you can't make it through the next thing? I've seen people turn their pain into excuses. I can't do it because I was hurt. I can't win because I was broken. I can't move forward because I lost something. No, that's weakness talking. That's fear talking. The strong, the ones who make it, they don't let pain stop them. They let pain shape them. They let pain build them. They let pain fuel them. When you're in the gym, the pain of the workout is what makes you stronger. When you're in school, the pain of studying is what makes you smarter. When you're chasing your dream, the pain of sacrifice is what makes the reward worth it. So why do you think the pain in your life is any different? It's not there to destroy you. It's there to transform you. But here's the secret: transformation only happens if you use your pain the right way. Some of you are wasting years running from what hurt you instead of facing it. You've got to confront it. You've got to look it in the eye and say, "You will not defeat me. You will not break me. You will not define me." That heartbreak, use it to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. That failure, use it to learn, to grow, to sharpen your skills. That betrayal, use it to build resilience, to understand trust, to become sharper in who you let into your life. Pain is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, if you dare to write it. You've got to change the way you see your pain. Stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" Stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "How can I use this to become better?" Because the truth is, you can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's where your power is. That's where your freedom is. That's where your greatness is born, in your response to pain. Look around. Every great story you admire, every hero you look up to, every leader, every champion, they all came through pain. They all walked through fire. They all faced struggles that could have broken them. The difference between them and the ones who didn't make it is simple. They didn't waste their pain. They turned it into fuel. They turned it into hunger. They turned it into a discipline. They turned it into greatness. So, the next time you feel like life is unfair, the next time you feel broken, the next time you feel like you can't take it anymore, remember, this pain is not your enemy. Pain is your weapon. Pain is your reminder that you're still alive, still fighting, still capable of becoming everything you were meant to be. Don't waste it. Don't sit in it. Don't cry over it forever. Use it. Let it shape you. Let it drive you. Let it make you unstoppable. Every single one of us is leaving something behind. Whether you realize it or not, your life is writing a story. And when you're gone, that story will be the only thing people remember about you. That story is your legacy. And here's the truth. Your legacy is not built when you die. Your legacy is built right now in the way you spend your time. What you do today becomes your memory tomorrow. What you do this year becomes your legacy forever. The clock is ticking. You hear it every day. Tick, tick, tick. That sound is not just a reminder of time passing. It's a reminder that your chance to leave something behind is slipping away. You don't get to press pause. You don't get to rewind. Life only moves in one direction, and it's moving faster than you think. One day, you're young, full of energy, full of dreams. The next day, you're older, looking back, wondering where it all went. And the saddest thing in the world is to look back and realize you wasted your time, that you lived a life that left nothing behind. Most people think legacy is about money. They think it's about fame, about status, about possessions. But those things fade. Money runs out. Fame disappears. Status means nothing when you're gone. Legacy is not about what you had, it's about what you gave. It's not about what you owned. It's about who you lifted, who you inspired, who you changed. The question is, when you leave this world, will it be any different because you were here? Will your presence be remembered? or will it be forgotten the moment you're gone? You can't build a legacy if you're wasting your time. You can't leave behind something meaningful if you're living like tomorrow is guaranteed. You've got to live with urgency. You've got to live with purpose. You've got to stop treating your time like it doesn't matter. Every day, every hour, every minute is an opportunity to build something that outlives you. The people who change the world are not the ones who wait for the right time. They are the ones who decide their time is now. And here's the reality. You don't know how much time you have. None of us does. You could have 50 years left. You could have 5 days left. You don't know. That's why every second counts. That's why every decision matters. Because every moment is either building your legacy or wasting it. Every choice you make is either writing a story worth telling or a story nobody will care to remember. Think about the people who inspire you, the people whose names live on long after they're gone. They weren't perfect. They weren't always the most talented, the most gifted, the most privileged. But they understood one thing: life is short, and what you do with your time is everything. They lived with intention. They built something beyond themselves. They left a mark that could not be erased. And that's what you have to do. Your legacy is not just about you. It's about the people you touch. It's about the lives you change. It's about the lessons you leave behind for the next generation. When you're gone, what will your children say about you? What will your family say about you? What will the world say about you? That you were too busy wasting time, too busy chasing distractions, too busy living small? Or will they say you lived with courage, with focus, with purpose? Will they say your life meant something? The time you have right now is the most precious gift you will ever be given. Don't waste it. Use it to build, use it to grow. Use it to create something that will last. Because when the clock runs out, and it will run out, you won't be remembered for the time you wasted. You'll be remembered for the time you used wisely. You'll be remembered for the love you gave, the work you put in, the battles you fought, and the dreams you made real. Don't wait until your final days to wonder what your life meant. Decide now. Choose now. Live in a way that when you're gone, people will feel the impact of your life for years, for decades, for generations. That's legacy. That's what time is really for, not for wasting, not for doubting, not for delaying, but for building something that echoes long after you're gone. So here's the truth. Time is the one currency you can't afford to waste. Discipline is the power that keeps you moving when everything in you wants to stop. Pain is the fire that can either burn you or forge you into something unbreakable. And legacy is the story you leave behind when your time runs out. The question is simple. What are you going to do with the time you have left? Will you waste it, or will you put it to good use? Will you live distracted, or will you live a disciplined life? Will you let your pain break you, or will you let it build you? Will you leave this world empty, or will you leave it full of impact, full of purpose, full of legacy? Because at the end of the day, nobody remembers the hours you wasted. They remember the life you lived. They remember the difference you made. They remember the mark you left. And that mark is your legacy. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't waste another second. Your time is now. Your life is now. Your legacy starts today.